this video, we're going to talk about what's the benefit of understanding software engineering, specifically to help you get a technical customer-facing job. We are not going to get into the nitty-gritty technical implementation of software engineering. We're going to talk about it from a high level. We're not going to really be talking about how to code some sort of app. So the goal of this section is, like I said from this title, right? Learn how to understand software engineering for the purposes of a technical customer-facing role. So here's the benefit of understanding software engineering. It helps you understand how software systems are structured, right? So when you're working on a technical SaaS project, like how the front end is structured, how the back end is structured. And this way, when you're in a customer-facing role talking to customers, both business and technical stakeholders, you understand how to navigate and pitch your product accordingly. Even business stakeholders, they still need some sort of confirmation on how, I guess, your software app is structured. They even have like some sort of understanding of, I guess, like the tech stack that is needed in order for this business use case to get kicked off. So even more for technical stakeholders, like understanding software engineering key concepts will allow you to be able to interface with them and stand your ground, right? Like these technical stakeholders, they could be like software engineers, data engineers, CTOs, VP of engineering. Like they probably have a stronger grasp, or they probably were like software engineers in their past life, or they're a practicing software engineer. They know the nitty-gritty technical implementation, but if you know how to talk to them about software systems, how they're structured, it gives you more credibility when you're talking to them. And it helps you understand how software is built. So you will understand basically where your prospect or your customer is at when they're talking about certain things. Like if they're saying, oh, we're in the beginning stages of trying to scope out a project, you will kind of know where their software or where their app process is and what will be the next steps. And this will allow you to be better aligned with them and get to scoping out the problem, the solution that much faster. And like I mentioned in the introduction, it allows you to understand technical stakeholders better and have more credibility. That sum should have been a more. But I digress. So understanding software engineering will make you a more powerful advocate in front of technical stakeholders, because they won't be able to boss you around. Like you'll be able to stand your ground, talk about what they're interested in, and it allows you to move the conversation forward without having to actually get an engineer on your team in your company to talk to them for you. And it allows you to conduct these technical discoveries with customers. Like you no longer have to bring in an engineer from your team, data engineer, a software engineer, to go through the technical discovery. You can conduct that by yourself, and it just frees up more time, right? And it accelerates the sales process or the renewal process, depending on if you're doing net new technical customer-facing role or a post-sales type of technical customer-facing role. It empowers you to be able to do technical discoveries and allow you to carry more of the weight, so you can do both the business and the technical discovery. And lastly, when push comes to shove, it empowers you to take on more technical tasks. Like in certain roles, like certain solution engineer, sales engineer, or technical customer success engineer, customer success engineer roles, you might be responsible for product implementation or even creating a proof of concept, which requires you to be decently, I would say, half the power of a software engineer who does the actual technical implementation on the platform side, for you to be able to create those MVPs, those proof of concepts. So it empowers you to do that the more technical you are. So in short, these are the benefits of understanding software engineering. Again, I want to say that the goal of this section is not for you to become a software engineer, but for you to understand the world of a software engineer and hopefully get a grasp of like the fundamentals so that you can take on some technical task that is not as hard as a full-fledged software engineer.